back with the Wyoming Hemp Co. show after a bit of a hiatus. Here I am joined by CEO and founder of Wyoming Hemp Company, Justin Loeffler. And we're going to talk about why it was such a milestone year for the Wyoming Hemp Company and then what you see happening in 2025 and beyond for the industry. So let's wrap up 2024. I know we're not at the end of the year quite yet, but we're getting close. So what were those major milestones, those moonshots that Wyoming Hemp Company achieved this year?
Yeah. I think the big one is that we had our fourth year of growing hemp that we didn't go hot. We got a crop off of it, even despite all the trials and tribulations with Mother Nature and everything else. We pushed it, which allows for a lot more data showing that, this is such a pliable crop for our farmers that, you can go in late and still get something. And so I think we learned a lot on the farming side. We had, different test plots this year. The first group that didn't work out so great, we learned from that, and then we bounced back and kind of rounded things up, and still was able to get data for this year. So I think that was a big one for the growing side that we needed to cover. As far as everything else, it's just like little wins along the way, right? Like, people are starting to finally grasp what we do as far as processing. The mantra that we have adopted, I think that it's really, really abundantly clear that we bet on the right horse. Right now, with building materials and all the new construction and everything that's going out there, the new cellulose and looking for something other than trees. Our mills, what was kind of came from that, we're a herd mill where we do a lot of processing for just herd centric customers. So I think that really boded well for us this year. I think that we grew the right amount. I think that we hedged our bet the right way.
Well, and I think that's, been a vision of yours for quite some time. And we're now starting to see that really come to life in a lot of different ways, learning more, like you said, about what it takes to grow hemp, especially in a place like Wyoming, right? And also the processing side. So creating herd at a scale that we can serve larger markets. And that's
Agreed.
also allowed us to expand our product line as well.
Yes.
We can pre-order the hemp built blocks, for example. That was an exciting milestone for the year.
Yeah, and to touch on that, I think that brings up the other, we were able to make partnerships. I think that has been a huge leg up for us is that, we welcome collaboration. We welcome ideas. We want to see other people be successful. And we found a way to kind of, work with other farming groups to get commodity in. We work with new manufacturers that are looking for, herd at quantities that, hey, you've got a product, you want to get it off the ground. We've got herd. Let's find a way to collaborate. So I think the ability of our processing capabilities and what we focus on has opened up the doors to a lot more partnerships. So I think that's another one of those things that separates us from others is that we are, those partnerships are what's going to make us successful in the interims, being able to win as a team and not fail as individuals.
I think that's a great philosophy. I mean, in an industry like this that is really working to get off the ground without partnerships, it's really a huge lift. It's a huge lift.
Yeah.
And if you don't have those connections and partnerships, it's almost impossible because I think, you have to collaborate. You have to, have that futurist mindset where there's plenty of pie for everyone. It's not that if you win, I lose, but we can all win together.
Yeah. And I think that's where we're at. I mean, I think it was very, very clear in the beginning that if you look at, agriculture as a whole, there's thousands of grain elevators to suffice farmers' needs for supply or, delivering product and storage and things like that. And, we're just one out here, and the more partnerships that we can make gives our farmers a lot more ability to get rid of their commodity or offload their commodity. And I think that's that's kind of the direction that we want to take.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, because it does help us too in terms of having small animal bedding, large animal bedding, the blocks, some other new products, coming to market and that we're really working to get out there very soon.